Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on, YouTube user? Thank you for the double shot donations. I appreciate that. Woo-woo. Thank you for your donation. JT, thank you for yours. Life Path, how you doing? Dranusha. Lady, what is going on? How is everybody doing tonight? It is another fantastic night. We're getting ready for the weekend. I'm just saying now. We're getting ready for the weekend. It has been long overdue. It feels like we need more than one weekend. I could use 7 or 8 weekends at this point. I mean, just stack them together, go on a nice vacation. Let's try that out. But anyway, let's go to the first reading, which is JT. What should I see, know, and understand right now? Well, you should know that my Tarot Tower camera is not aligned. Okay, there you go. All right, we'll go with a little bit of this one. Starting out with the minimalist a little bit here. You know what I mean? Gregory Lyon, welcome to the stream. Boo Boo, what is going on? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. What I need to know, what is happening in life right now, and what kind of things are resulting from, stuff like that. What I need to know. Well, now, 8 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Pentacles and the Moon. Interesting. You're on a course into a better realm or a better lane of spirituality. It's almost like that you have a couple of different lanes, just like on the freeway to choose from, where some lanes go this direction, some lanes go that direction, but they both kind of end up at the same place, right? Even if you go the express, you go the standard lane, you go the high occupancy lane, whatever. Andrew, welcome to the stream. How you doing? But the 8 of Wands says moving through either one of the lanes is kind of important right now. Like this is something that you need to focus on, concentrate on. This is something that is going to manifest good for you once it comes about. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's 7 of Pentacles, right? We have to be careful what we focus our attention on, because as many people say, right? They say, hey, when you focus your attention, what you believe, what you expect, your expectations, your beliefs, all these things culminate basically into one big life experience that you create for yourself. So a lot of things, right? You create your own reality. There's a lot of things happening that you need to focus on and you need to concentrate on in order to get that done. But yeah, you create your own reality, and it's based upon, again, what you focus on and what you believe. So you need to work on what we're focusing on and make it something that is the moon, which is going to be a new experience or something that's going to be new and exciting for you. There we go. That's what you should know and understand right now. All right, what else we got going on over here? YouTube user coming in with a double shot. A feels withdrawn. What is A feelings right now? Because I just don't feel it. A just don't feel it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for a double I ain't feeling it, right? Boo-boo knows. Boo-boo knows indeed. Okay, let's start with this one tonight. This is going to be the fantastic one. This is going to be the one that you want to get. When you see it on the table, Universal Celtic or Celtic Tarot. Love Apples in the house along with Helen. How are you doing? Good to see both of y'all. Good to see both of y'all, as we say in Texas. It is a Texas show. It is a Texas stream, and we do say y'all, So that is one stereotype that is legitimate. I got to say, Phoenix, what is going on? Good to see you. Okay. What is going on with A? You are working to correct it. You are working to fix it, right? Your family witch and EM, how you doing? But yeah, that 8 of Pentacles is working on repairing, working on fixing it. Is going to be something that's going to be difficult, because at the end, we do have the heartbreak card, the 3 of Swords. Maybe there's heartbreaks in motion. Maybe there's some things we just can't control. Maybe if we're just not feeling it on both sides of the table, how much effort do you really want to put into that? You know, I mean, how much effort do you seriously want to put into something where you're just not feeling it? They're not feeling it. You ain't feeling it. Like, what are you going to do? You know, basically that means the heartbreak card and the devil as well. There are some things sneaking into the relationship, some feelings that we don't want to have, some feelings that we need to deal with. But at the end of the day, that Eight of Pentacles says we have to work through those. But how much effort, how much dedication are you willing to do with this particular person? That's kind of the question here, right? You can work through anything, but how much effort are you willing to put down? And thus, we get to the next question on YouTube user. Should I just go ahead and close the chapter and move on? Neither one of us is feeling it. We're having difficulties. How much work am I going to invest in this human being? I don't know. Sweet Pea, what's going on? Thanks for your donation. The Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. It is really about control. It is really about control. How much of this person are you willing to deal with? How dedicated really are you to this person? Three of Swords in the previous reading says, man, not so much. You know, the devil in there are things creeping up within here. It is time to make a choice. That is for sure. The Emperor says make a choice and make the correct one. There's the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever we're working towards is where we want to be, right? A lot of times we will try to work through a relationship, you work through it, and then the other person just leaves, or the other person's not as invested as you are. But I think your investment is just really sort of waning at this point. It's sort of where the Emperor is going. You need to make a decision at some point. And the Moon says the empathy, the connection is really sort of waning again as well. So the chapter with A, should you close it and move on? Based upon both ratings, I'm going to say yes. Entertainment purposes only, obviously, but I'm going to say yes. This looks like something that is going to be a lot of effort to pull through. And again, how much of that effort are you willing to put in before you just sort of give up, right? Phoenix Rising coming in with the membership for 2 months. Thank you, Phoenix. I appreciate you so much. All right, what do we got going on next? What is happening next? We got Woo Woo in the house. How does A feel about me? Any romantic feelings? Well, I don't know. Is YouTube users A the same A as you have, Woo Woo? I'm just asking the question. Maybe that's why you're not feeling it. Maybe that's why we're not feeling it. I don't know. Woo Woo wants to know, though. What about the other A? I assume you're not the same person. I assume this is not the same people. Tatiana, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Let's see how that is going to work. Oh, we're going to start out tonight with a little forest action. A little forest action is where I want to be, you know? Man, do we have any romantic feelings for Woo Woo? Because Woo Woo is indeed Woo Woo, you know? I mean, you gotta sort of get in that mode. You got to get in that mode, and let's find out what kind of dedication we got over here from A, because the Four of Boons, it indicates a separation, indifferent. Separation and indifference. It's almost like that they're not as invested. They're not as invested as maybe you are or what have you. You do have the Keeper of Boons, though. The Keeper of Boons does sort of say that this is something that could develop over time if you're willing to have some patience with this particular individual, right? But the Forest Lord is kind of the one that says, yeah, this is something that's worth pursuing. This is something that can culminate into something decent, but I think they have some feelings. They're just not all that strong, or they're not sort of fully developed quite yet, right? You have that withdrawn feeling. With the Four of Boons, a little bit of the closed body language, not really sharing, not really getting in the mode that you need. The Keeper, though, does say that they can warm up and they can open up over time. That is going to be possible, quite frankly. And strength, right? It's just a matter of having patience with this individual. I think they will develop it over time. So I'll say, yes, we have something over time that is quite possible, but for right now, it's a little dry. It's a little on the dry side. So yeah, depends on how much effort and how much dedication you want to put into that. The Strength card says if you do have patience, I think that will work out pretty decent. You just got to, again, have that patience. YouTube user, thank you for your third donation. I appreciate that. A general, with the thought. And then we got another one talking about a little trip planned. Should we push that off? Boo Boo loves the thought. Boo Boo is in love with that thought. Boo Boo needs that thought. Boo Boo is lost without the thought at this point. Just saying, without the thought at this point. Boo Boo just needs it. By the way, speaking of what you need, you need a like and a sub up here. I'm just saying, if you're not subbed, you're going to miss the news. You're going to miss this weekend's Sun video, okay? You're going to miss the news with a mountain of new decks, some of which you're going to be shocked at how good they look. But yeah, subscribe. All right, let's see what we got going on. For a general, I think that looks nice. Wealth is nice. Wealth says that, yeah, we are pretty happy where we're at. We are having the opportunities that we need, and it is sort of developing in that direction. It's almost basically like somebody is trying to manipulate you in the future. I would say in a few weeks, somebody's trying to manipulate you. Somebody has some ideas that they want you to have, but you don't share those ideas, but they're going to try to talk you into it, basically. A little bit of a manipulation as it goes. I don't think this person's going to be beneficial for you overall. I definitely think this is somebody that, if you can dodge them, I think that would be very beneficial for you to do. Definitely not something you want to just dedicate a ton of time to this particular person or this particular individual as well. I think they're going to come in, they're going to be a little bit difficult. That's just the way it goes. We do have two sort of manipulation cards, or cards where you do have some things happening in the background that you're not aware of. So you definitely need to know right now that you need to be patient. You need to understand that there are some things happening in the background, and you need to watch out, right? You need to watch out and be alert and be cognizant of what is going on, because if you're not, I think it's going to come and bite you. It is going to come and bite you indeed. Look, we got the Sun card out here. Sun video is coming this weekend. This is going to be an amazing video. I think there's a lot of stuff that I think about the Sun card that you've never heard of before. So that is going to be pretty exciting, I got to say. All right. The other double shot for Boo Boo. Should I push my trip until September? Should I push my trip to September? Let's find out if September is going to be a better month. Because sometimes August is kind of rough. It's kind of rough. IA wants to know, what deck is this? IA, it's only the greatest tarot deck of all time. The Thought, I trimmed it. I put some scissors to it and I trimmed it. I made it jump and I made it exciting. I mean, look at it. Just lust over it. Just go ahead and lust over it right now. Just like that Devil card, that Lovers card, that Hermit card. You need to lust over the Thought. I think it'll do you good. I'm just saying, you'll sleep better tonight if you're lusting over the Thought, is what I'm saying. Entertainment purposes only, but you'll sleep better tonight if you lust over the Thought. Anyway. Should you push it back? This is a massive thumbs up. This is something that just screams, yeah, you probably want to push that a little bit back. You need to take the trip. That's clear. That is crystal clean and crystal clear. We got the Lovers. This is a trip you need to make. But those, I mean, that is a little phallic symbol there, but Crowley, what Crowley was, the devil is in there. Athena, the she-wolf, is in the house. Thank you for your donation. But yeah, Boo Boo, that devil, it says this ain't the time. I think you should push it back. Hermit is good though. It says, if you push it back, I think there are some exciting things. I think there are some better results from doing that than if you just went ahead and, sort of just went for it. You just went full steam and just went for it. I don't think that's going to go for you. I think you should push that shit back. Push it back. Get it back in there. Kelly coming in with the PayPal donation. Look at this. Kelly wants to know, is Sag out with another woman? Oh, geez. That's not good.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
Is the Sag out with another woman? Let's find out, Kelly. If there's another woman involved, she would be over here with a Ciro Marchetti deck right here. She would be in using a Ciro Marchetti deck. So Sad's out with another woman, you know? All right. Now, Kelly, entertainment purposes only. If it says yes, this is entertainment purposes only. Don't go do anything weird. You know, you got to keep cool. Got to take deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breath. Are they out with another woman? The Six of Coins. They are in a giving mood. They are in a giving mood. But that Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat, I think that they got sort of shot down. I don't think that they're out with anybody else. We have the King of Wands, which means they are trying. They're giving it the old college try. A little bit of that fiery aspect sneaking up in here, you know what I'm saying? The Six of Coins, they're trying to give it out. They're handing it out. They're like, hey, you know? They're like doing the money trick, but in real life. But yeah, that Five of Swords, it's just being defeated. It feels like that things aren't working out. Things aren't moving the way that they need to move with this particular individual. And they are striking out, my friend. They are striking out. So I don't think they're out with anybody else. I think that they struck out. They're alone over there. You know, maybe they're watching a little bit of the internet movies. A little bit of them internet movies tonight because they couldn't get anything in real life. I don't know. I don't think they're out. Don't think they're out, but Sarah is over in the house. Sarah wants to know, starting my new role on the 9th. Excellent. Excellent. What should I be expecting in this new role? Well, if you're going to start a new role, I'm just saying I would start it with the Poe, because the Poe knows. The Poe understands about Rose. The Poe understands about the telltale heart. Just say I'd be able to give you some advice, what to expect, what is going to happen, what kind of things are we going to have over there. Woo-woo. Thanks for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's find out over here what the Poe knows. The Poe's going to tell us. The Poe is going to say right now, the Ten of Cups, you are going to be ecstatic. You're going to be happy. I think that it is going to work out quite well. Ten of Swords is interesting. King of Wands and the Nine of Swords. There are some things to be concerned with once we sort of get in there, basically. I think the Ten of Swords in this case means that what you were originally promised, what you were originally basically put up to, is going to be different than what you're actually doing. I think what we're doing at the end of the day is a little bit different than what we had seen at original, right? The Ten of Swords, things are moving. Things are going to be a little more dynamic, a little bit differently with that. And then we got the King of Wands. It's almost like that you're going to be super busy once you do get started. And that's going to be important. Because again, you're going to be in a little bit of a different role, possibly, maybe a different responsibilities and whatnot. The King of Wands says, once you get in there, once you get settled, Kolziah, welcome to the stream. Once you get in there, once you get settled, they are going to load it up. They are going to load it up indeed. And there is a bit of concern. Maybe things are a little bit too different than what you had originally expected, or maybe things are a little bit too dynamic than what you had originally thought they were going to be. But that Nine of Swords does say, yeah, there is some concern, there is some worry after we sort of get in there, after we start moving, working out, and getting everything going. There is some concern with that. But overall, I think it's looking pretty good. Basically, the Ten of Cups, right? That is the original role as you go in. Things do look good. Overall, it looks pretty decent, but there's definitely some alterations, some changes in the deal once you sort of get in there and get settled, right? We got Sweet Pea coming in August, romance and love. Sweet Pea. Let's find out how that is going to go. A little bit of the love action. Do love the love action. If I'm going to do some love action, it's going to be with the Hermetic Tarot. You know, the Hermetic Tarot, everybody loves this one. Speaking of love action. This is one of those. This is one of those, if you're going to throw down a little bit of the romance, that's going to be nice. It's going to be nice indeed. Blah. I have no idea what's wrong. Blah. I've got 15 super chats. Blah. I'm not sure. Is something wrong? I have no idea. Anyway, Let's find out about the little love action in there. Sweet Pea. For August, Ace of Wands is kind of interesting. I mean, there's something to chase. There is something that is sort of, launching forward, doing it right. I think you do have that. The beginning of August is kind of rough. You do have the Three of Swords into the Ten of Wands. It's almost like that there is some leftover things that we need to deal with before we go full steam, right? Leftover things that we need to deal with before we're able to go full steam. The Three of Swords says we need to get rid of anything that is going to be a little bit too heavy, because the Ten of Wands says more is going to be loaded up with that. So if you can break any ties or you can break any old lover, there's something that's just not working for you. You definitely want to bypass that and go for something different, right? Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Last Judgment says if you're looking for new romance, if you're looking for new love, I'm just saying now, we have a lot of good stuff coming because you have the Ace of Wands, that fiery aspect, combined with the Last Judgment, combined with that excitement, combined with that new possibility with there. So you're definitely looking at a fire sign. It's going to be very important here. Linda, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight, Linda? But yeah, that Last Judgment says there are some romance, there are some love things happening, maybe with a fire sign. A lot of going on with that, right? Big Cleo, thanks for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, we got the YouTube user has a quad donation tonight. YouTube user setting the record straight tonight. Setting the record straight tonight. Let's go for it. YouTube user, we're going to go unhinged for you, my friend. Unhinged over here with a little bit of the Gregory Scott action. This is where it happens. This is where the magic happens, literally. I mean, there's no magic trick. It's just Gregory Scott Tarot is what it is, Gregory Scott Tarot. That's it. Yeah, Athena, I have a Thoth course. I have a complete Thoth course that you can take that's absolutely free. Link in the description. You can take that and check it out and enjoy yourself some Thoth action in there. All right. What does A want with us? We have some separation. We just do, right? And it's just, scrap therapy. You did 4K Everyday Witch Tarot, but I don't see you using it. Scrap therapy. That was a loaner from my girlfriend. It was a loaner deck, and she took it back. Neve, what is going on? Good to see you. The Hermit. I think the person is just in the state where they're not quite ready for something serious. They're not quite ready for something heavy. What do they want with us? The Hermit says a little bit of a separation because the Page of Pentacles, they're not willing to commit. Very difficult getting a commitment from this person because Justice says it's almost like that they have had trouble in the past. They have had trouble in the past, and they're having difficulty sort of rebounding from it or going into the next realm as it. But the Page of Pentacles, they're just not quite ready for the next step. YouTube user, what do they want? Hermit, not quite ready for the next step. I'm just saying that is where they are at. And the final YouTube user reading for tonight. Am I still returning to the office in August? We did have the COVID scare. We did. Big Cleo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We did have the COVID stuff happening over here. A lot of people are going to the office. And now we have the Delta, Beta, double Omega, whatever variant is coming. And so, they're delaying this for some people too. They're delaying it for some people. So it is kind of iffy, It's day by day. You literally never know. All right. Are we still? Is YouTube user still coming in? I'm going to say, I'm going to say yes, although this looks like a no. This is very iffy. YouTube user, this is very on the fence is what it is. The Tower, the whole situation is changing. We got the Delta, Gamma, Beta, double Omega, whatever variant. Tower says this is difficult. There are some decisions being made in the background. Five of Cups says this is a situation that's always changing. There's always moving. It's always changing. You never quite know when you wake up what's the new thing going on. But the world says overall, I still think as of today that you are going in. As of today, you are going in. Again, situation seems to be changing on an hourly basis, but man, that's why you have such a weird read there. You know, YouTube knows. YouTube been around. That's a weird read. Who is coming towards me in love? Val Mary needs some loving over there.
Oh, baby.
Let's find out, Val Mary. Who is coming to you in love by using a deck that I love personally? I mean, I'm just saying. A deck that I love personally. The Divine Tarot. The Ananda Tarot. I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. Yeah. Coming towards me in love. Val Mary, you need a bunch of love over there. You know what I mean? Philippe, what is going on? The Gilded Last Few Days. Yeah. All right, Big Cleo's coming in with the triple shot. Look at this. Big Cleo's making a name for themselves tonight. It is exciting over here. All right, get some action over there. I mean, the Sun. Oh, we got the Sun video coming this weekend. I mean, if you're not subscribed, you're crazy. The Sun, the Tower, and the King of Wands. What's coming for you in love? A long-distance relationship is what I think. A long-distance relationship. Somebody that is going to be at a distance. Somebody that you just don't see on a regular basis. Somebody that is there, but just not there at the same time. We got the Sun. We get that tease. You know, Val Mary, you know what the tease is? The Sun is over there teasing us a little bit. It says, yeah, we have some possibilities. We have a connection. We have somebody that is interesting indeed. But that Tower moment, that Tower, it's almost like when you see windows, by the way, that indicates a long distance relationship to sometimes. It's in my book. Link in the description. The Tower says this is not something that we can rely on. This is something that does have a bit of element of instability with that. But the King of Wands, right? That King of Wands, is this something that I want to chase? It is something that I want to dedicate to. It is something that I want to give it a try. Because at the end of the day, how bad can it be? It's a long distance relationship. Gee, you know, how bad could it possibly be? And that's that is the indicator right there for that. Athena, the she-wolf, is coming up. Athena says, hey, back to you. What would be the outcome if I go back to school to become a psychologist? Oh my, becoming a therapist. We're going to have Athena the therapist up in. Here's what we're going to have. Now, if Athena, you don't want the Tower on yours, that's for sure. You do not want the Tower on yours. Going to get you a little bit of an education deck over here. This is the Witchling Academy. If you're going to be a witch, you need an education. You don't want to be an uneducated witch. And so you have to go back to school, just like Rodney Dangerfield in the movie. But during that process, we need to find out if we're going to be able to get a psychologist degree, a little bit of the master's action over there. You don't want a bachelor's because I'm just saying, you're not going to be able to do anything. You know, you got to have the master's, get your certs, get going on that. Man, what would be the outcome? 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. It looks like a pretty big waste of time. It does indeed. Aneta, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. It looks like a big waste of time. I'm going to say thumbs down for the psychologist experience, you know. The reason I say that is because it ends with an 8 of Cups, the disappointment. It's almost like I'm the psychologist now, but maybe everybody's unloading all their problems to the world on me, and I don't want to deal with that crap. I just don't want to deal with the 8 of Cups. As I have abandoned things. I have moved past things. I'm not in the situation where I'm going to continue doing this. 8 of Wands, though, it says you give it a shot. You give it the old college try, you know. 8 of Wands, I'm willing to go forth. I'm willing to give it a shot. But at the end of the day, not something that I wanted to deal with. Page of Wands basically says you don't have a lot of commitment to this 8, okay? The 8 is indeed a lot of movement towards something, exciting movement in the direction you want to go. But the Page of Wands is a newbie. It's a neophyte. It's not quite ready for all of this. You're seeing it. You're like, do I really want to be that? I don't think so. I think I'm not quite committed to it. You give it a shot and you're not committed to it at all. Justice says something else is going to be a little bit better. So basically, you know what would be the outcome? I think that you give it a shot and then you abandon it. Not something that you're really connected to, not something you really want to do. But you know, that's what it says. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never go to college based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Any new love coming my way? Woo woo is back. Woo woo was just here, but woo woo is back again, just like the Rodney Dangerfield back to school over here. Man, so didn't work out. We know that, woo woo. A just did not work out. But what about anybody else? What about somebody else? Is there somebody else in mind, woo woo? Woo woo, do you have a crush on somebody? Is there somebody in chat? Is it somebody in chat that you have a crush on? I have a crush on this deck right here. This is one of my faves. It is the Elemental Wisdom. I mean, you've seen it before. You know it. You love it. This is one of those things you're super passionate about. Whoa, we got the Fool coming out on here. I think that's looking good. We got a hopper. We got a jumper out here. Woo, we've seen that. You saw that live. That wasn't a magic trick. I do magic tricks, but that wasn't it. That was not a magic trick. You can trust me on that. But any new love, I think we're going with a thumbs up just based upon the jumper over here with the Fool. It feels like that we have something coming. There's something there. There is something going on. Speaking of something going on, what the hell's wrong with my super chat? Kolzaya can't make a donation. Blah can't make a donation. Y'all can make a donation on PayPal, I guess. I mean, we can do PayPal. I can do PayPal for you. Let me know. Let me know indeed. We got several people doing in PayPal. We got Annetta in PayPal. We got Jessica Taylor with a double shot. We got a couple of other people too. Oh, let's see. All right. I'm just going to say yes. I'm just going to say yes. Now, it's a water sign. It is a water sign. Athena, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It is a water sign. Be prepared. Be prepared, boo. I don't think you like water signs that much. I think that you're kind of, hesitant about the water sign at some point. The Queen of Cups is all about the water, though. It is about the passion. It is about, I think a water sign really, really will be something that you're, pretty excited about once you get used to it. Definitely got to warm up to it a little bit. That's perfectly okay. The Queen of Cups says you need not to be over the edge, because a lot of people, they'll come in with a water sign, they'll be a little bit too much, a little bit heavy, on the water. And you're like, But I think if you get one of the more casual ones, you're going to be okay. Hierophant says this person wants to get serious way too quick, though. You need to watch out. You need to be prepared. You need to watch out where they're going to get serious way too quick. But yeah, I see a water sign coming in. The Fool says they're leaping in. They're jumping in. They literally leaped off of the deck when I was shuffling it onto the table. They wanted to give you a message. Woo-woo. They wanted to give you a message. They said, woo-woo, this is important, woo-woo. This is important. And speaking of important, right now, I got the Vox Arcana. The Vox Arcana is here. I'm just saying. It is the ugliest book I've ever seen in my life. It is the ugliest box I've ever seen in my life. But wow, it looks good. It looks good indeed. Jessica, I got your other donation with a PayPal. I appreciate that. Let's see what's going on. Annetta, if you're in chat, let me know, because Annetta, I see your donation over PayPal, but you didn't include a question. So let me know what your question is. We will hook you up. We will hook you up nice. Hook you up nice. Hook you up twice. Hook you up twice. All right. Sarah wants to know about the alterations. Oh, there we go. We got the host from Paula for Kolzaya. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that very much. Very much indeed. All right. Want some more information about the alteration? And I don't mean clothing alteration. I mean, there's a little bit of a different perspective, a little bit of a different thing coming in. You knew you'd like this deck. You knew you would like this deck. Such an ugly box, but such a gorgeous deck. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite freaking decks. This is like if you go to bat, okay, for like a baseball team, and this deck walked up and it was their turn to go to bat, they're going to hit a home run. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to strike out. They're not going to hit a ball. They're going to hit a home run on the first thing. So this is just it. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay, I got to calm down. All right. Anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. About the alteration, let's do it. Let's do it indeed. Patty, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. Cassandra, hey, how's it going? Doing my tarot course. Well, thank you so much. No, you're doing somebody else's. Oh, anyway. Okay. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Seven of Cups is important. There's a lot of stuff happening here, a lot of stuff going on. As I said before, there's a lot of movement, a lot of activity. Seven of Cups kind of reinforces that, right? Basically, there's a lot of moving parts once you sort of get in there and get going. Four of Swords. Three of Swords and the Two of Swords, a lot of swords. A lot of people are communicating with you. A lot of communication, a lot of things are moving, a lot of things are happening at the same time. And you're sort of trying to get a handle on where you fit in this. That's basically the deal, right? Where do I, as Sarah, fit in this dealio? Four of Swords says what we need to be doing is delayed. What we need to be doing may not be available. It may be a different thing kind of going on with that, right? The Four of Swords says, yeah, this is, there are some communications happening. The Three of Swords, what you were thinking about may be a little bit different again, right? Cassandra, thank you for going through my course. I appreciate that. The Three of Swords, the cutting card, the disappointed card, the heartbreak card, almost like what we wanted to reach for, what we were originally doing may not be available, or it may be delayed. It may be unavailable, okay? Two of Swords. It's basically an unknown. They're winging it. There's a lot of winging it within this company at the moment. Maybe it's because of what's happening with the Seven of Cups, but you do have a lot of winging it going on. Is that going to be good? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, Love Apples, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's go with the next reads. We got the triple shot, my friends. The triple shot. It is real tonight. We had the quad read from YouTube user. We had the triple shot from Big Cleo. It is out of control. It is out of control. Apparently, my super chat's out of control. There's a bunch of people having problems, and I don't know how to fix it because I don't work for YouTube. I mean, if I did, I'd fix all their crap. But, I mean, I don't. By the way, YouTube, hire me. I'm just saying, I've been programming for 30 years. I guarantee I can fix whatever the hell's wrong. Anyway, but yeah, Super Chat appears to be busted for some people. I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing, country thing. I don't know. Having some difficulty tonight, but hopefully they'll get it fixed by tomorrow. Anyway, let's look at this. Will I be admitted? Mel, thank you for your sub of the family. I appreciate you. Will I be admitted into law school? Big Cleo's taking the big steps. That is big. That is big. Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. I'm going for yes. I'm going for the admittance to be yes. You've done the work. You have scanned the environment. You have looked around. You have seen the possibilities. You have seen all the good things. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. This is not something that you're unprepared for. This is something you've done the homework. You've done the dedication. You've done what you need to do. Two of Wands is a master of the domain, and you are the domain indeed. Ace of Wands shows you getting in there and getting started. You know, with that fiery aspect, it's what you need in life is a little fire, a little fiery aspect. I think you got it. I think it is going on. That Ace says, I'm going, I'm moving in, I'm getting it done. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups, you are swimming in the law school. You're swimming in the law school. I think that's important. I think that's going to be exciting. And overall, you are going to be excited about it because you do get it. Anyway, will I get more than a 25 out of a 42 for my test? I don't know. Let's find out. That is going to be interesting. 25 out of a 42. Now, we all know, by the way, 42 is the meaning of life. If you did not know this, you need to read more books. 42 is the meaning of life. It's critical that you understand that because a 25 out of 42, I'm just saying, that could be important. Hanged Monster, 6 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. Look at all this dancing. You knew the minute you saw all this damn dancing that you were going to be excited, Mel's coming in with the donation. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. Hanged Monster. It is something that you did work for. It is something that you are prepared for. It is something you had a different perspective from it. But the illumination, sort of the I don't know, the illumination, the self-reflection is going to be important with that. 6 of Wands says you are successful with it. This is going to be something you are successful, and the dancing that you have in the 4 of Wands talks about making it home, being comfortable with the material enough that you knew it and you had it going on. Ananya, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your donation. Samantha's in the house. Samantha, how are you doing? As always, it is fantastic to see you. Does R think about me every single day? Now, Big Cleo, that's a big ask. That's a big ask. I mean, Big Cleo, I love you, but I don't think about you every day. I don't think about you every day. But we're gonna find out over here. We're gonna find out over here and see if they think about you when they wake up, think about you when they go to bed. I don't know. 8 of Swords. Oh, unparalleled. Ace of Cups and the 9. I don't think every day. I think they do think about you. They do think about you. You got the Ace of Cups, right? I think about Big Cleo. Pretty excited about Big Cleo. I like sort of what we had. I like all of these things that were happening. I like all of the nice little things that were going on. But the 9 of Swords, sometimes it's just not something I want to deal with right now. Sometimes it's not something I want to launch forth and get done. Samantha, thanks for your other donation. But yeah, that 9 of Swords, I'm big hesitant sometimes about that. I think they do think of you. Yes, Ace of Cups, right? The 8 of Swords being reversed, though, that restrictions being released means they are moving on to other things. And the 4 of Swords is like, the 9 of Swords is like, maybe not something that is an everyday occurrence. But Big Cleo, Ace of Cups is pretty nice. What is likely to happen between J.A. and I? Is J.A. going to become my bestie? J.A. going to become my bestie? We haven't done this in literally forever. I'm holding myself accountable over here to get some of these decks that have just been neglected over here in the corner. They have been neglected. You need to show some love to some of those decks sometimes, right? By the way, Anetta donated over PayPal, and I have no idea what Anetta's question is, but I know what Jessica's question is. Jessica, you are next, my friend. Thank you for your donations. And let's see. What's likely happen between us? Magician World, 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. A little bit rough on the start. We're starting the car and it's making a funny noise. It's making a funny noise, Athena. You need to know, when you start that car and it makes this weird noise and you're just like, oh, that's not a good noise. I mean, when I'm starting the car, I don't want to hear that noise. And that's what the 10 of Swords says. It says we have a funny noise when we start that car. Big Cleo, thanks for your other donation. But the Magician World and the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles being a lot of good things, a realization of a lot of fantastic, right? A lot of fantastic happenings with this as it goes, especially 2 majors at the middle here. It does feel like the car's making a funny noise, but it's stopped and it's running smooth. Everything is going great. Magician says that both of you are prepared for this particular thing. Kind of exciting, kind of interesting. The world, there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of great things happening. And the 9 of Pentacles, basically your realization that, hey, this can become anything that I want. This can become anything that I want at the end of the day. So I think it's looking really, really good. Athena, you got to smack it like the fawns, Maybe you got to ride the shark. You got to jump the shark like the fawns too. All right, Paula is hosted Kolzaya. Thank you again, Paula. I appreciate that. I appreciate that indeed. Let's look up Kolzaya. What Kolzaya's question is today. Apparently my super chat is on the fritz. It is, speaking of making a funny noise, my super chat is making a funny noise. We got people coming in and they're like, what's happening with your super chat? Because I can't do it. I don't know what's going on, but YouTube needs to fix that crap. Anyway, learning the tarot. Okay. JT, can I please have a reading on how I'm going to learn with the tarot? I'm going to learn with the tarot. how you're going to do it. Oh, Jesus. Dr. Mystical's coming in with the fat cash. Dr. Mystical, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you so much. All right. Dr. Mystical's in the house with Dr. Mystical's wood. I'm just saying. Dr. Mystical may be bringing the wood tonight. I don't know. How are you going to learn the tarot? What kind of things we're going to have with the tarot? 6 of Wands says, I don't think learning is the problem. I don't think learning is the big problem, right? Not really learning is going to be your big thing. The King of Wands basically says your consistency is going to be the problem. You have to have that consistency. You have to understand that this is a day-to-day thing. It's like playing a musical instrument. You're not going to just do the whole thing in one day. You got to take it day by day. And that is one of the things the King of Wands says with the fiery aspect. You need to understand that day-to-day reliability is going to be big for this. And balancing things out, right? You want to use a little tarot. You want to use a little oracle. You want to use a little Lenormand. You want to keep your language of cards fresh and keep it going and learn a little bit at a time. And then all of a sudden you're able to speak 20 different languages, you know? You're ready to speak 20 different languages. And that's kind of where you want to be, JT, at the end of the day. Ananya, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, Sweet P coming in. I'm sorry, Kozai coming in. We got distracted. Future of N in the next month. What is going on with N? Are they going to be my love? Are we going to be hugs and kisses and all of this stuff with N? Sarah, thank you for your donation. I mean, we want more hugs and kisses in life. If you can get more hugs and kisses, I would take it as you can, you know, as you can. You may even learn the wood. The Dr. Mystical's wood is an amazing thing indeed. All right. The future of love relationship will look like with N in the next month. Page of Coins, 5 of Wands, and the Empress. We're comfortable, but Jesus, we had to work for it. We're comfortable, but Jesus, we had to work for it. We had to go full steam ahead for this one. We had to break out stuff. We had to break out the toys. We had to break out the emergency supplies. We had to do all of this stuff. It just feels like there's all of this stuff in the same time. It's very challenging, Kozai. It's very challenging, but at the end of the day, you like it. You know you like that. You know you like those hugs. You know you like them kisses.
I love you.
And the Empress says you're perfectly comfortable with how it all worked out. I don't think this is going to be a problem at all. Not a problem at all. I think it looks good, but you have really had to work it. You really had to work it. So yeah, if you hit that stumbling block, you know, just move over it, move past it. Sweet P knows. Sweet P. Mystery fire sign romance. Oh my. Oh my. Fire sign romances. Fire sign romances. You don't know what you're going to get with a fire sign. You don't know if you're going to get the good fire sign. You don't know if you're going to get the rest of the fire sign, right? I'm just saying. Sweet Pea wants to know. Mystery fire sign, let's get it done with the Witch Tarot. You know, it's a witch, something witch tarot is what it's called. And it is mighty attractive indeed. It is very attractive. Speaking of attractive, if you don't watch the news program coming up Sunday, you're straight up crazy. There's so much coming. There's so much that you need to pre-order, okay? So much for you need to pre-order, and it's all here. I cover all of it, every deck. Possible mystery. 6 of Swords says this is not something to take lightly. This is something that takes time to move on, right? The 9 of Pentacles, getting this person to chill out, getting this person to calm down is quite effectively difficult for you indeed. King of Wands says it is possible. You do have another fire thing coming in with the King of Wands. So this is something you have to sort of take into consideration as you're going through there. Overall, I think this person is much more vibrant, much more dynamic, much more exciting than anything that you could possibly imagine. I think you're sort of running into a person that you haven't really seen before, somebody that you haven't really seen, some type of personality that you haven't really seen before. Pretty interesting. Six of Swords says it's a long journey, but at the end of it, you're pretty okay. You're pretty okay indeed. You just have to get them to take a breath, take a deep breath and calm down. Love apples. My son's dad's girlfriend. What are they like? What are they doing? Are they decent? Are they nice? Is a person a complete a-hole? You need to know these things because eventually you got to deal with them. This is the Bonefire Tarot. Version 2 is coming out. Version 2, I think, is shipping. They asked me for my address, and I said, here's my address right here. Please send it immediately because I am pretty damn excited about getting it. But yeah, the new version is stunning. Okay, she had, and that's my question. Do you guys want an up-to-the-minute news, right? Do you want an up-to-the-minute news? Do you want a little 5-minute video that tells you, hey, this update, this is what's happening with all these Kickstarters, this is what's happening with the printing on these other decks? Do you want like a quick 5-minute videos like every other day, every couple of days? I'm kind of wondering. If you do, I might do it. Two of Wands, right? We got the Page of Swords, we got the Emperor. Very controlling, very manipulative. Kolzaya, I just did your question. Very manipulative kind of person. Not like over the top, though. Just a little thing here and there. This is what they want. This is how they're going to get it. The Empresses, they definitely need to be in charge. Page of Swords, though, says as far as communicating what they need, what they want, as far as being in a relationship, they're kind of a stumbling block. They're like one big stumbling block, right? And it feels like this person is not really prepared to be in anything long-term, which I guess is good. I don't think this is going to be anything long-term indeed. Two of Wands, though, it does say that they're constantly kind of looking for who's next. So I don't think they're going to be around for very long. Entertainment purposes only, but Mana, we missed your faces too. I'm just saying. Moonlight coming in with a dono. Thank you, Moonlight. I appreciate you coming in with a PayPal because apparently some people are having problems with the super chat. I don't know why. I think YouTube should fix their crap. YouTube should put a big Band-Aid on that and just fix it because it's affecting people's reads. We don't want to affect people's reads tonight. We want a smooth situation. We want a smooth kind of thing happening. That's what we need. That's what Mel wants. Mel wants to know, will I meet Theodore early? And if in person? And if so, when am I going to meet him? I think the 3 is interesting indeed. We got the Brother of Vessels, we got the Prospector of Stones. Okay, I think no, there's some blockages with meeting this person, right? Grave Encounters, what's going on? Good to see you. There's some blockages with meeting this person. It almost feels like that this is not something that you kind of want to deal with right now. This is somebody that you definitely is going to have a little bit more of a delay. There's always something coming up. There's always something happening. There's always something blocking. There's always something going on. It's never like free and clear to where you can just launch forward and get excited. It just doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's some things always on the go, some blockages that are always happening. So I think that early looks challenged. Indeed. So yeah, there you go. All right. We got the double shot from Ananya. Should I maintain a distance from my aunt? What's going on with the aunt? Should I maintain distance? Should I get out of there? Should it get some distance between me and this person? Golden Tarot knows. Golden Tarot knows if you need to get some distance from that particular person. We want to know. We want to know. This is very important indeed. All right. Moonlight had a problem too. Hopefully it's fixed by tomorrow. I apologize if you tried to super chat and it's broke. I apologize, but I have no idea what YouTube's major malfunction is tonight. But we got the PayPal option. It's up there in the pinned comment. Maintaining distance looks like a really good idea. It looks like a fantastic idea. I think that is going to be an absolute yes. Hanged man, you and this ant are not like this. You and this ant are like this. You have some separation. You don't have the smooth things. You don't have the things that you need. Actually, it just doesn't match well. Nine of Wands, injured warrior. They have different perspectives. Not only that, but they have a different idea of what should happen versus you. And the Eight of Swords. They want to put some restrictions on you. They want to put some restrictions on. It feels like they just have too many restrictions. They have too many things, too many rules that they want to, because they want to learn things about you so they can put their restrictions on you almost. At least that's what the cards say, right? Anyway, what should I do about the situation with B? What is B doing? Is B going to be all right? Is B going to be, decent to us? We want to find out. We need to know this. It's the same thing with YouTube. What are they going to do with the situation with my super chat? They need to fix this crap. There's some people need reads. Come on, YouTube. All right, what should I do about the situation with B? Page of Coins, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. You should do absolutely nothing. You should let it ride. Let it ride. The Knight of Wands. Let it ride. Because the Ten of Wands, if you stick your head in there, and you're like, I'm going to do all sorts of stuff. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. At the end of the day, you're not going to be happy. The Ten of Wands says you don't want to deal with that. They're going to load it up. They're going to load it up. The Page of Coins, take it easy. Let it ride. See what they're doing. React to it as you need to, but leaping in there, doing things sort of independently, it just feels like that is not the best opportunity for you at all. And we got Moonlight coming in. Moonlight wants to know the good stuff. Moonlight has the question of the night. Moonlight wants to know making art dolls. Good way. Would this be a good way from what I'm doing? Whimsical tarot images. Good way or no? Basically, yes or no question. They're doing some crafting. They're doing a little bit of crafting. They want to know if the crafting that they're doing is going to be okay, right? The crafting that they're doing is going to be worthwhile, because you need to know these things, because that is going to be difficult if it's not. You put a lot of effort into it, and then all of a sudden you're just like, well, that didn't quite work out. Nine of Coins, Four Swords, and the Six of Cups. I think this is a great idea. I think this is a fantastic idea that you have. I think that you've stumbled on something that is unique, that is quite unique. Man, I thank you for your donation. But yeah, that Nine of Coins, oh man, it feels like this has a lot of potential. Four of Swords, be careful though. You need to plan it out. I think leaping in there and becoming that person that does this particular thing, and meanwhile you want to change it up at the last minute, that ain't going to work for you. You need to come out of the gate with what you want to do first off as exactly what you want to do, right? The Six of Cups, people will come to you for that thing. But if you come out there and you just do it and you didn't plan for it, and all of a sudden you're changing everything at the last minute, people are kind of be like, well, I don't know what's going on, and they're not going to come back. I think that coming out the gate with a good plan is going to be your best option. Coming out of the gate with an excellent plan, implement it, and then the customers will come to you. Overall, though, for a yes or no question, it looks fantastic, basically. Samantha coming in with a double shot. What happened to Broxo yesterday? What is going on with the Broxo? What happened to Broxo? Let's use some cats tonight. Samantha, let's use some cats tonight. There you go. Man is making sure it worked. Yeah, it seems like some countries or some regions are having problems, but others aren't. I really don't know what's happening. Anyway, what happened to Broxo yesterday? The tower. Broxo has a lot of things going on. Broxo has some instability to deal with, Samantha. That tower moment where there's some instability with that. It seems that there's a lot of things that have gotten handed to Broxo that Broxo doesn't want to deal with. Broxo is a little bit overloaded at the moment. That tower means rebuilding that tower. Figuring out how to rebuild that tower is going to be difficult for them indeed, right? The 2 is about choices. I think Broxo is sort of on that precipice of, I have the option to make some choices that's going to get me out of this, right? I mean, have the option to shed some of these wants. I have the option to build the tower, maybe contract out somebody to rebuild that tower. I think it's going to be okay at the end of the day. But it is one of the moments where they're like, oh, I got other stuff to deal with. This is stacking up on my end. You know what I mean? Should I give Alyssa a chance? Is Alyssa half decent? How is Alyssa doing, right? How is Alyssa doing? Should I give Alyssa a chance? I think in general, you should give everybody a chance. I don't know. But that 9, oh, I would say yes. That wheel, oh, that 9, oh, that's going to be a thumbs up. That is a thumbs up. Alyssa looks decent. Alyssa looks not half bad at all. Alyssa looks pretty stable. Looks pretty predictable. The Wheel of Fortune is a day-to-day card. Stable, day-to-day routine. They're going to be somebody, right? Belly Girl, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. What's going on? They're going to be somebody that brings in some good emotions. They have a day-to-day activities. It seems like they're very reliable and stable. And the Knight of Swords, they have a lot of things happening that you're going to be kind of interested in, right? You're going to be kind of interested in. Scrap Therapy, you are Annetta. Oh, I was asking about you earlier. I'm sorry, I missed you. I missed you, Scrap Therapy. Sorry about that. We're going to get you right now. We are going to get you right now. Sorry about that, Scrap. I know that was a little bit on the edge there. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, man. Work and finance till the end of the year. Let's do it. Let's do it. What kind of work and finance are we going to have till the end of the year? This deck right here is the Super Linares Tarot, because I know that everybody wants to know what this deck is after they see it. You know, it's one of those. By the way, we're ending soon. And yes, I realize that the super chat was jacked up for some people. It depends on your country and your region. It was jacked up, but hopefully they fix it by tomorrow. Everybody has been super generous tonight anyway. I appreciate all y'all. All right. Work in finance. You're in for a change. We get that. You're in for a change. Almost like another window opens for you on the finance or work side before the end of the year. I think basically in November is going to be something interesting happens. The world says there are a lot of good things happening. There are a lot of good things sort of in there, right? You feel that independence. Bella Girl, thank you for your donation. But yeah, you feel that good thing, that good flow as it comes around with the world. But then another window opens up. I think you're going to want to take it. I think you see it in November. Now, Scrap. It's very important to keep an eye out in November for this. This is going to be a short window of opportunity, and I do think you want to take it. Temperance says it's more balanced. It feels better. It feels like it is something that's going to be superior for you overall, but you're definitely going to have some adjustment period and some things happening with that you need to take advantage of quickly before the window of opportunity closes, right? All right. We got the big Dr. Mystical read tonight. Big Dr. Mystical read tonight. How is the move going? And you know Dr. Mystical, because you have the book. You know Dr. Mystical, that you need. Okay, we're going to use my deck. We're going to use my deck. Hopefully that's Dr. Mystical's favorite. I mean, I don't know. You never know. But the Waterfall Tarot is my deck of cards. We need to find out about Dr. Mystical's move. All right, we got a jumper first off, the Eight of Wands, which is Dr. Mystical's move. So that's good. So with Dr. Mystical, we got a nice jumper to start you out with. Leaping over there like checkers. Leaping over there like checkers. We got a nice jumper. Eight of Wands says the move happens. The move happens. That's what you kind of want to know, first off. The move definitely does happen. You don't want a situation where the move is completely canceled. Ten of Pentacles, you are pretty happy with where you end up. I think you have a lot of good stuff with that. Mina, welcome to the stream. Big Cleo, you are next. Ten of Pentacles, you're happy, happy home, happy family, happy life as it comes with this move. I think it's going to be pretty exciting with you. Now, the work situation changes a little. There's some changes afoot. There are some things afoot with this work situation. Page of Pentacles says we're not quite prepared for some of the finances, some of the financial stuff that comes with this move. With all of this moving around, with all these things sort of moving around and getting done, at the end of the day, there are some challenges that sort of kick up with that, some challenges. And some of those are going to be challenging indeed. Some of these are going to be something that you don't really want to deal with, but you had to end up with it. But that is one of those things. Strength reversed. Don't really have any patience with it. If things go awry, if things are challenged, don't exercise just a ton of patience with it. Step in and just take command. Step in and take command, take control of it, because the faster you deal with anything that goes, the better off you're going to be. Not saying anything is awry, but the Page of Pentacles definitely points to something that is not quite prepared as we sort of get into that. And the Five of Cups, you feel a lot different. It feels lonely. It feels a lot different. So you need to come back to the Tarot Oracle stream and get all the love from here. All the love from chat, all the love from us.
I love you.
If you're feeling a little bit lonely over there, if you just kind of, you're like, I need to reach out and talk to somebody, we are here for you. The Five of Cups, the disappointment, don't be disappointed. Just come on in the stream and we'll give you this massive hugs. Give you massive virtual hugs, COVID-free hugs. We got plenty of them. We got plenty to go around. You know what I mean? Anyway, Big Cleo is next. Big Cleo wants to use the same deck over here. Look at this. Will R ask me to be a girl? Will R ask me to be a girlfriend over there? Is that going to be a thing? Samantha, welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you. Is R going to be one of those steadies? Is R going to be steadies indeed? That's what you need. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Well, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say this looks challenging indeed. It's almost like that they had somebody else in mind, maybe. They had somebody else in mind. They were thinking maybe something else. Two of Pentacles, they got choices, Big Cleo. They got choices, and those choices involve more than one person. And that Ace of Swords, they're going to reach out to you. They're going to say hello. They're going to get you in that mode, but the Ten of Wands says they just want to deal with it right now. That is not a choice that they kind of want to do right now. They're having problems with that choice, not something they want to enlist, not something they want to sign up for. This looks like a no. Big Cleo, I'm sorry. I wanted to give you some good stuff. I wanted to give you all the good stuff, but it just looks like a no. It looks like it could be challenging indeed. All right. Speaking of challenging, let's go with a deck that we just haven't used yet tonight. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty over here with this Wonderland Tarot. Sarah knows. Sarah knows. Will I be successful in the new role? And what advice do I have? And then we ended up with Bella Girl. And then we're going to go take a shower and eat a banana. Take a shower and eat a banana. All right. Will I be successful? Is that going to be a thing? Let's find out. Big Cleo, just go to Grayson, California. Plenty of dudes to pick from. Okay. It sounds like Grayson, California is the place to be right now. Place to be if you need a dude. All right. Justice. Interesting. There's a nice balance. Sun, Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. I'm going to say absolutely, Sarah. I'll say, Sarah, That is the place you want to be. Sarah, I think at the end of the day, you're going to be pretty happy. You're going to be pretty content, right? Big Cleo, thank you for your donation. That justice card, no matter what you do, you are going to go in there and make an impact. You're going to make an impact. Don Ron is worried about my potassium intake. I'm just saying, it's pretty healthy. Potassium's pretty good for you. But yeah, that justice card, it says, yeah, that is going to be something where you can balance it out. You can get in there. It's going to be fantastic overall. And the sun card, you know, Sarah knows. Sarah knows. The sun card really sort of brings out all of the illumination. It brings out all the beautiful things. And if you're starting a new job, the Ace of Pentacles is your card. I talk about it in my book. You know my book. I talk about it. Ace of Pentacles is your card. Seven of Wands. Again, you know, kind of back to a couple of things in there. But overall, you just got to go. You got to go do it. You have to go do it. Sarah, I think it's going to be fantastic. You're going to be great. You're going to come back here and you're going to say how much you enjoy the role, even after all of the modifications with that. Now, Bella girl coming in. My daughter Isabel wants to know what is to come to her and Jay's relationship. We got a budding love out there, my friends. If we are going to have a budding love, we need to have it with this deck right here. You know what it is? You know what it is? A modern love oracle. The modern love oracle. Bella Girls has the book. That is what I'm talking about. Bella Girl, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. As we said in Texas, I appreciate you. There you go. Don Ron's coming back on the 14th to see how Atlantis was. I'm looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be fun. I have not been to a concert in legitimately decades. Okay, you know, Isabel, have you seen the money trick? Isabel, have you seen the money trick? Isabel, okay? You know, you have a relationship and you want it, you have a relationship and all you have in the relationship, you can't buy, you can't buy love, but if you could, maybe you could spend $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 on love. But if you're going to buy love, you need more than $5. If you snap your fingers, though, now you can. Now you can, Isabel. Now you can, Isabel, because what you have now is 20, 40. Christina keeps telling me to get hundreds. I don't want to spend that money. 20s are fine. 20s are fine. 20s are fine. Anyway, I'm just saying the relationship is going to go. It's going to go short term. It's going to go short term. It seems good for short term. It seems good for short term. Four of Cups. There are some interesting things in there you really don't want to deal with. And I think you kind of start ignoring those things. You ignore those things. You're like, I didn't see that. That red flag over there, I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that at all. I'm going to completely ignore it. I got the rose-colored glasses. I'd completely ignore it. The Four of Cups, there are some things happening in the environment you need to be aware of. You need to be cognizant of, because that is important. That is important indeed. Now, Page of Swords just says the communication's difficult with this person. It's like they just don't understand sometimes. A little bit of Mercury retrograde feel. You just don't understand. They don't have the same vibe as you sometimes. And sometimes you just got to do a little Eight of Pentacles action and don't sniff their hair, but you got to do a little Eight of Pentacles action and work through some of the things in order to get it right. But at the end of working through the things, you're just like, is this person, like, what's wrong with this person? There's some, what is going on? Eight of Pentacles, I shouldn't have to work like this to keep this thing going. Ultimately, I think you just get burned out. You get burned out. You're just like, Jay, you're burning me out. You're burning me out. But yeah, it's a short term. It's a nice little relationship. It's a short-term relationship. It's fun while it lasts. But the disconnect just feels like it drags the whole thing down. But enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can, right? It's not something, enjoy it while you can. This is something that's going to be fun. It's something that's going to be sort of in that mode of, hey, I definitely want to do something here. But for long term, It feels like you just get burned out. Big Cleo's coming in with like 5 donations tonight. Big Cleo with a big win. With the big win. Wants to know, is there a chance between me and Y in the future? By the way, this is the last reading. I'm going to go take a shower and eat a banana and get my potassium intake up in here. Potassium intake up in here. Let's find out. Is there a chance between us in the future? I'm going with a yes. There's a little bit of a chance. You have some good stuff. You have some things happening, some things waiting on you. The Chariot says, go forth and be merry. Go forth and be there and try it. Give it a shot. Throw it down. Give it a go. Chariot says, let's take a walk with the dogs. Take a walk with them dogs. Because strength says if you do have some patience with this person, I think it's going to be all right. It is going to be all right in general. I think of a lot of things. They have a couple of little problems with addictions, though. You know, Big Cleo, you're going to have to understand that. Queen of Cups, overall, the emotional impact this person has on you is substantial. It's substantial. A lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, a lot of great things that they do have going on, and you want to be a part of that. You really do, right? The Queen of Cups, that emotional connection is so fantastic. Go for it. Go for it and do it. And that is me, the ending of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow.